Hey everyone, welcome to Making Sense. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome aboard. If you do me a huge favor, click that subscribe button down below, like, comment, and or share this video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Today's video is a subscriber's request to review the Rossa line by Prada. Stay tuned. When it comes to the House of Prada, it's probably one of my favorite designer houses, if not my personal favorite. I've talked before in multiple videos about Prada L'Homme being my signature scent many times, and that's one of my most complimented fragrances as well. Today we're not talking about the L'Homme line, we're looking at the Rossa line by request of one of our subscribers. So here we go. Here's the original Prada Rossa. Presentation's nice. Some people probably don't like the fact that there's no real cap on the bottle. It does come with this little guy on there, which just says remove before use pretty much. Actually says reposition when carrying. So basically it's so you don't hit the button on top, because it doesn't lock or stop itself from working in any way during transportation without that guy in the way. Because if it was in your pocket, you could hit that. If it was traveling, you could hit that and it would spray. Overall presentation though is very nice. This has a nice machined metal look with the Prada logo in the middle. Nice chrome cap or sprayer that goes down through here. And even though it seems like it could be restrictive, the spray overall is very nice on this whole line. So let's give this one a spray. A couple sprays there. And again, I'm a big fan of the Prada Rossa line, the Prada L'Homme line. So majority of these I'm gonna like, but I'll tell you my true feelings about them and what my take is on each and every one. So this guy right here only made it to my collection because my brother-in-law Brian, when he was getting married to my sister-in-law Michelle, they had talked about, he had said this is a fragrance he personally really liked to wear, and I wanted to make him a decant so he had it a little bit for himself. So what I do is I picked this one up and loaded up a decant or a travel atomizer for him so that he had a fresh bottle for himself for his wedding and so on and so forth. So this one here, I can smell it all in the room already. Bear with me, I have a little bit of a cold today. I always do that deep breath. Somebody asked, why do I do a deep breath and breathe out? What happens is I take a huge breath to the point that I'm almost like needing oxygen. And when I take it in, so that I get it all through my nose. And when I blow it out, it kind of weird, but it makes me cleanse whatever I'm tasting. Because sometimes when you breathe this stuff in through your nose, you can actually taste it. When I blow it out completely, I feel like I don't have it in my mouth anymore, and it's just what I can smell. So I'm pretty sure these have an iris base as well, because that was one of the reasons I was drawn to these. I've mentioned before that I do like iris. I like neroli. Those two items for some reason, and many fragrances catch my attention. This one here smells like soap in a bottle with some iris in the mix. So if you're just looking for a nice clean, fresh scent, go for it. At least give it a shot. The price point on these is really fair. They're not crazily expensive. They're pretty much all under $100 for this size. This one here, you're looking at a 100 ml. So for, I think you can for $50 to $100, somewhere in that range. It all depends where you find them. I definitely recommend trying to find them on discounters if they're available, because you'll get a better price, like fragrancenet.com or Fragrance X. And again, I have no affiliation with any of these sites except for buying a lot of stuff from them. So again, Prada Rossa, the original, probably the most version of a soapy, clean, fresh fragrance out of the line. But if it's going to be the original, you hope it's something like that. Now what I did do is I did spray a dry down sheet. So let's grab the dry down, see if there's any difference from the original spray. So it goes from when it's first sprayed being a very soapy fragrance and a little bit more boisterous, we'll say, a little bit more loud, to, if that is iris that I smell, to that being the prominent component now. It still smells like soap. I mean, it's a nice, clean, fresh fragrance. Right out of the shower, if you just want to smell fresh, like you just took just got out of the shower, and you got all freshened up and all ready, and you wanted to continue that nice fresh fragrance, and smelling clean, which people do appreciate being clean, go for it. It's a great smell. That's Prada Luna Rossa. All right, next one on the list. This one here, I ended up picking up because I heard good things about it, basically through either YouTube channels or different people in the fragrance community on Facebook. And it's this guy right here, Prada Luna Rossa Sport. Now, I believe I picked this up because I couldn't get Extreme at first. Extreme is discontinued as far as I know, at least at the shooting of this video. Let's give this one a spray. And I thought someone had said this was the closest thing to that scent. And when I had heard reviews of that fragrance, it sounded really appealing to me. So I went with Sport based on other recommendations. The presentation's the same. This one has a glass red bottle instead of clear like the first one. This isn't machined. It's chrome, 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 and the Prada logo on the front. Overall, I think these bottles look great. Has the same little travel cap on the top area, so that's pretty nice. Let's see what the smell goes for. So, this still has the same base as Luna Rossa, the original fragrance. This one here's got a little bit spice to it. Not that it's like warm spicy or deep spicy or anything crazy like that. But where the other one to me is just clear soap, fresh, clean shower, out of the shower smell. This one has that same exact DNA. When you add on top of it something, I don't even know what that component is, but there's just a little bit of spice in there, so you have a really clean spice, if that makes sense. I'm trying to, I can't tell what the other component is on this, but to me this is a really nice fragrance. Now, the first two fragrances that I've talked about, Sport and the original Luna Rossa, you know, you spray them, and I want to say that you get 3 to 4 hours. Majority of fragrances that are out today, if they're consistent and or have a good base in a sense and a good overall throw off of your skin, your body, or your clothing, I see 3 to 4 hours. For projections, usually anywhere from 1 to 3 hours, sometimes 4. You know, you never know. Some of them are really strong, some of them are crazy hours. But in reality, this whole line, you're looking at 2 to 3 hours where it's really giving a nice projection. Definitely 1 to 2 where it's really nice and strong. 2 to 3, you're getting a little bit of a throw there still. And even 3 to 4, people can smell it walking by or they'll get whiffs of them. And that's pretty much every fragrance in this line. With that being said, they do last longer than that. You probably get a solid 8 hours of these where you can smell it skin scent wise or up to close to the clothing that you had on if you sprayed it on your clothing. So for me, the price point on this and overall longevity and such, absolutely worth it. Now let me give this one more quick smell because for some reason I can't tell what that thing is. But I mean, if you take a nice, clean, fresh, soapy fragrance and add a little bit more richness and or a little bit of spice to it, and I'm not talking like fall fragrance type of richness, this is definitely still a nice, great either all the time fragrance because it's just the clean one with a little tiny bit of spice in there, or it's more of a spring, summer, maybe fall fragrance because it's not super deep, super rich, but it is still super clean with a really nice remnant of some sort of spice. Let me just check the dry down. More of the same. I mean, a lot of these smell the same from the spray to the dry down. There's not a huge difference. The only difference is you get rid of some of the little bit of whatever alcohol portion you might possibly smell in that mix. And then the really potent tingle your nose, like any of these when they have the wide openings or the big openings, bright openings, those fade down a little bit. But comparison to the original Prada and this one, I mean, they're both really nice. This one's a little bit richer when it comes to having that little tiny bit of spice in there. So it's weird to describe, but we're going to use a light bulb. Run with that. If you have an adjustable or dimmable light bulb, Luna Rossa, the original, is a 10 in brightness and clean and fresh. This would be like an 8 in brightness and clean and fresh. So it's not a big drop down in the deep or richer or anything like that. It's just got a little bit of a spiciness and a little bit of a twist on the original DNA to make it not as super bright. And that's not a ranking system, that's just a brightness. Run with that. I try to use really common terms and such to make sense for you, make sense for me when I'm trying to explain it or express my personal feelings about a fragrance. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But hopefully that makes sense to you. And if it doesn't, comment down below. I'll try to explain to you a little bit better if I'm going to make some more. This one here, Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. So this is, if I'm correct, the fragrance that everyone refers to in their line as their version of Sauvage or one of those types of fragrances. I don't know. I like the Luna Rossa line, so I wanted to get it in my collection. Let's give it a quick spray. Big difference in this one is this has a nice matte black bottom. The Prada statement in the middle and completely clear glass here with chrome top. First, right off the bat, I smell the Ambroxan. I like Ambroxan. I don't know if that's actually what's in this. I don't look up the ingredients every time. I'd rather just give you my personal opinion. But based on what I feel and my nose tells me as Ambroxan, that's what this guy right here might have like crazy. Gives my nose this really cool tingle effect. Don't know if it does it for you, but it's one that I actually enjoy. Certain other fragrances like heavy rose or floral fragrances give my nose a tingle effect that makes me want to throw it against the wall just because they're not for me. Now, this one here, it's pretty strong with the Ambroxan. I do like the smell of it. I like the way the room smells right now. And when it's layered with those other fragrances I just sprayed, overall, right now, the area where I am smells amazing. Not going to lie to you. So, yeah. Carbon. Take the original DNA description I gave you. The clean, the soap, or soapy out of the shower, nice and fresh. And this is darker. This is probably the darkest one in the line. Let me run with that. Where that Ambroxan comes into place. I don't know if they have pepper in there, something else. But if all of those other ones are daytime fragrances, the first two I described, and spring and summer fragrances, this is a fall-winter version of that fragrance. Yes, you could wear this all year round if you want to, but just to give an example where you want a more potent, a little bit stronger fragrance in the fall and winter, Prada Luna Rossa Carbon would be the one. Now, it's still fresh, it's still clean, it's still soapy, but added some sort of spice, not even spice, like more like pepper. Which is a spice technically, right? So some sort of pepper, just making it deeper and richer. You know, that's what makes it more of a fall or winter fragrance, is that it might be able to carry through the cold, might be able to push itself through a little bit better. I do think you can wear this all year long as well. If you like Sauvage, if you like those types of fragrances, those Ambroxan rich fragrances, this is probably one for you out of the line. Now, if you want to try something just soapy clean, the first two ones I'd go with those definitely. But if you want to get something a little bit deeper, a little bit richer, a little bit more, like I said, like the Ambroxan popular fragrances out today, Carbon would be for you. Again, same DNA, soapy, clean, fresh. Only difference is Ambroxan and some sort of pepper or spice that's in there. And I don't mean like cinnamon on top of it. I'm talking like peppery or something like that. We'll just check the dry down. All right, so on the dry down, Carbon, the Ambroxan fades away. So you saw my face when I sprayed that one. It was potent, it was strong. My nose was tingling. This one here is missing all of the Ambroxan portion, in my opinion. So now it just smells nice, clean, soapy. It almost smells powdery. With a little bit of the pepper I talked about. It's still a nice, rich fragrance. And I'd still say fall, winter is probably your best bet on this one. But overall, another really nice fragrance. I'm not going to put this on that brightness scale I talked about the first two. I just want to be able to compare those two. This is darker, richer. On here, it still has the Ambroxan in there. It's just not blowing off the paper. And this was sprayed less than an hour ago, so it's not like it's been sitting here for a long time. I just want to give it a chance to really get to that dry down. But yeah, this one here would be the darker, richer brother of the other fragrances. So that's Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. The next one on the list is the one I really wanted to add to my collection the most out of the Luna Rossa line. We're looking at this one right here, Prada Luna Rossa Extreme. Now, as far as I know at the filming of this video, this has been discontinued. This one here is a glass bottom here, clear. This one grid on the middle, grid on top with a chrome sprayer. And this one has a red ribbon with the word Prada on it in the middle. Now, I originally got this 100 ml bottle from Kushik in the Facebook groups in the community. And I was able to also get a smaller bottle. I can't remember the exact size. Might be a 50 ml from one of those kiosks in the mall. This is a gentleman who has a really nice setup. And I was walking around and I saw one of these bottles on display when I was looking to add it to my collection. And it was the smaller bottle. And I had asked him, I said, can I buy that bottle from you? And he said he doesn't sell testers, but he had some hidden behind other bottles. And I was able to pick it up. So I was really excited to add that to my collection because me personally, I was really looking to add this one because I heard a lot of great things, but it was no longer available just to purchase online. So let's give this one a spray. Same great sprayer, great coverage. Let that dry down, just a hairline. Not really dry down, but not be soaking wet like that for a second. All right. So this one here has the same foundation, the same, clean, fresh, beautiful fragrance that comes along with all the Luna Rossa fragrances. Except this one adds the warm spiciness that I kind of wanted to make sure that you could hear and understand that the other ones don't have. Even with Carbon, it has like peppery spicy. This has like, whether it's cinnamon or something like that, a little bit warm spicy. A great fall fragrance, a great winter fragrance. Summer and such, you could really pull this off if you want to as well. Spring, you could literally wear this one all year round. But for me, fall, winter, this one here is a banger for you. And it still has a really clean, fresh, soapy out of the shower vibe. Just add a little bit of sweetness or, a little like warm spicy to it. Yeah, overall, beautiful fragrance in my opinion. I think you can still find it some places. The gentleman who had the kiosk in the mall near me actually opened up a store and he still has this on the shelf. So maybe some people still have it. You just might not be able to buy it directly from Prada or different online sites. But to me, Prada Luna Rossa Extreme, absolutely. If you can find it, add it to your collection. Because it still has a great soapy, fresh, clean, out of the shower vibe. Just with a little bit of a nice warm spiciness. Let's check the dry down real quick. Excuse me. Alright, so the dry down on this one still smells soapy, still smells fresh, and has some spiciness to it. And it might be because I just sprayed that one, but I don't smell that super cinnamon or warm spicy scent I meant, but there is some spiciness there. So fresh, spicy, honestly, if you get a chance to get your nose on this one, I definitely recommend that. Last but not least, out of the Prada Luna Rossa line for me, is this guy right here. We've got Prada Luna Rossa Black. Now, this one here was probably the second most excited I was when looking to add one of these fragrances to my line. So you get this nice matte black bottom here with the white text. You have Prada and the red beam going up and down. A clear black glass here with the same type of effect here with a black matte sprayer up top. So this one here for me is another really nice fragrance. I'm going to spray it so I can give you a fresh thought on it because right now there's a lot of Prada Luna Rossa in my mind. But overall, same awesome coverage sprayer. Literally got that one all over my hand, which is okay because I like this fragrance as well. So, I love this fragrance. Personally, I usually carry a decant of this around with me in the fall and winter as well. This is that same soapy, fresh base that Luna Rossa, the main or original, has. Add a powder or a powdery mix to it a little bit with some spice. Now, to me, this is almost like, there's no Ambroxan anything like that on this one. But the peppery mix from Carbon or one of those types of things. Some sort of pepper in there. So take the original soapy, clean freshness of Luna Rossa, add a powdery, spicy mix, and you got black. So, yeah, for me, this one's a banger. Beautiful fragrance, absolutely nice to wear. You can wear pretty much all of these to the office or anywhere you go to. I would say Carbon is probably the least friendly for the office, only because of that first Ambroxan blast. But when that dries down, you're safe either way. This guy right here, though, Prada Luna Rossa Black. I've gotten compliments, gotten a lot of good things said about it from different people. And through the fragrance group and community, I've heard a ton of people say great things about it as well. So, if you can't tell already, I'm a big fan of this one right here. So, the dry down, let me grab that real quick. See if there's any variation or change. No, it just smells less powdery. So, pull away a little bit of the powderiness. The spice is a little bit stronger. And the soapy portion of the original fragrance is more in the background. So to me, Prada Luna Rossa Black, big time win. Great fragrance. So let's rank these from 5 to 1, 1 being the best or my personal favorite out of the Luna Rossa line. Number 5, you're looking at the OG, the original Luna Rossa. Great fragrance, but it is number 5 on my list. At number 4, you have Luna Rossa Carbon. Nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I like the entire line, but that's number 4 to me. Number 3, you're looking at Luna Rossa Sport. Love the fragrance, great fragrance, just like I like the entire line. But out of this mix, it is number 3 in my opinion. Number 2, you're looking at Luna Rossa Black. Honestly, toss up between 2 and 1, very close. Love both of them, and I just decided to choose the one that I've worn more often than the other, which makes it, in my opinion, probably my favorite, which means number 1, Luna Rossa Extreme. Now, all of these fragrances are great, like I said before, in my opinion, so if you get a chance to get your nose on them, or if you already have, that's pretty awesome. So do me a huge favor. Leave comments down below. Let me know which one of these from the house is your favorite. Which ones have you had a chance to try? Did you like them? Did you love them? Did you dislike them? Whatever it is, throw it down in the comments down below. If you've tried all 5, make a list of the 5. What's your favorite order? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you tried 1, 2, 3, whatever amount there are, make a list down below. Let me know which ones are your favorite and or which order it might be. If you want to see another review of a specific type of fragrance up behind me, leave those comments down there as well. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I love interacting via comments. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by today. I really appreciate you checking out my channel and watching my video. I hope you enjoyed and or got something out of this today. I know I did. I had a lot of fun spraying the different fragrances, and honestly, all around me smells amazing right now. If you can do me a huge favor, click the subscribe button down below, like, comment, and or share this video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Again, to the subscriber that requested this, I hope it helped you with the questions you had and my personal take. You know, I hope it really reflects nicely upon you with what you were looking for. Again, if you're making the world a better place, just one spray at a time, then to me, you're just making sense. Until next time.